Hey, I'm Bowen. We're here at Pop World headquarters just outside Pittsburgh to play a game that I've had a long love-hate relationship with, F-14 Tomcat. I remember seeing this game on location in Newport, Rhode Island when it was first released in 1987, and it scared the bejesus out of me. It actually almost turned me away from pinball because it was too difficult and too fast. It has this kicker that sends the ball screaming back at you. It was just kind of overwhelming for me at the time. Since then, it's become one of my favorite games. It's become a game that in competition I like to pick. I like to work towards the multi-ball. I like to work towards the multipliers and the high bonus, as well as take the hot streak points and the different options that are available up top. So I'm going to talk through this game and hopefully help you play better on it when you see it next. So at the beginning of the game, F-14 doesn't really have a skill shot, but it does have the opportunity to do this. And then build up again. You can do this several times over. Plunging, the game will decide which way it goes, and it's going to whip around the back to one of the upper flippers. The goal is to then complete as many of the Tomcat letters as you can right away. Every Tomcat letter you can make during that time is with 10,000 points on a hot streak. You can then restart the hot streak by shooting around the back loop at any time. So right now, if I shoot this inner loop on the right, it would give me the hot streak opportunity again. Problem is, the hot streak is it's difficult to get, and it's difficult to cash in. There it is again, hot streak, hot streak, hot streak, hot streak. You actually gain a lot of points out of this. One strategy I don't see players use as often is to use the ball on the same side to lob the ball up to the upper flippers like this. A little earlier next time, you'll see me. I'll do it again. I'll give you a better chance to see what I mean. That is what I mean. And the goal up top, as the goal down the bottom, there are letters in Tomcat. Tomcat. They correspond to one another. So if you complete Tomcat on either top or bottom, you will light a lock. That lob right there is a deliberate shot that I like to make on this game to send the ball up towards the top flippers. And then use the top flippers to complete as many Tomcat letters as possible. Regain control, lob it back up. Regain control, lob it back up. It's not sexy. I don't know, maybe it is. It really depends on what you're into, I suppose. But it's not the most amazing pinball play. The other way to gain Tomcat letters is to shoot the launch. On the right, the hole all the way in the back, it's not much of an orbit, but it would be considered an orbit on other games, is marked lock on right now because I have one lock lit. It will also spot me a letter in the next spelling of Tomcat, if I can make the shot. Each lock will give you, I think, 25,000 points. Oh, didn't lock. Oh, well, that's too bad. I wish I could get that lock. That would be cool. You can post-transfer on this game pretty freely. And if they happen to spell Tomcat with the last letter, you can light another lock. So, we're not getting it to bounce in correctly over there. Maybe a long plunge will push it in there. There we go. There's two locks. You can get the locks in any order, but if you are playing a multiplayer game, you can accidentally put the ball into one of these locks, or the game will do it for you, and it'll shout heads up when you launch, like this. That tells you that the ball is going to launch from one of the spaces that's already locked up. Lob it to the top, Tomcat away. Oh, there's the Yagov kicker. If it ever goes in that left-hand side, just be ready. You can die from that. I've got the third lock lit. Like, wait, what? You got the third lock lit? How do you have the third lock lit? So remember what I said about the Tomcat letters. I got 5 out of 6 Tomcat letters, and it's going to give me the last letter for free when I make that shot. That's just crucial. This is key information. And a lot of players probably already know this, and they're like, yeah, whatever. But that is really important to doing well on Tomcats, to knowing when you have locks ready, when you need to take those locks. At this point, you just gotta wait a little while and take care of the the stuff that this team put together for this sound package. The lights are up there, the quotes coming out of the game. Steve Ritchie, Eugene Jarvis, Chris Grainer, Bill Perrott with the sound effects. It's just Ramrod. And you know, you just gotta beat that Yog off. Once you've got 3 locks, you just gotta put the last ball in the lock again to get going. So from here, the multi-ball is lit on the right, and let's take it. Or we'll miss, you know, as you do. Why not? Fire! Oh my God! This is a real good time to stop being good at shooting pinball. I think one of the things I'm worried about is that I have no kickback anymore. There's a kickback lit over here, and you can shoot either of the rescue lights to relight the kickback. But it flashes one, then the other, then the other, then the other. Let's forget that, and let's post-transfer and start multi-ball. Or miss again and again and again, you know how it is. Post-transfer and start multi-ball. That's what I said, right? Yeah, let's do that. Oh yeah! Target decided. 4-ball multi-ball coming in. Here they come. Boom! 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 It's all there. And relighting the kickback is also pretty valuable here. It does not matter what happens to all your balls, as long as you know, don't just mess it up completely like I'm about to. Sometimes with 2 balls on the right, you can actually send 1 ball into the launch landing lane, which is where the jackpot is. You have to shoot that landing lane 3 times to get jackpot. Anyway, so I need to cradle separate one of these balls and then get it into the lane on the right, or just try to launch it up like that. That also acts as cradle separation. Here's a way to change the cradle separation. Boom. Get control either side. So the old me 10 years ago, 15 years ago would have used that time to fire the second ball into the lock too. But it's dangerous there because if both balls are out of control, you can't just take advantage and use the ball you've got. There's no reason to shoot this ball right now. I don't care that the jackpot is lit for 700,000. I will have time to get this ball under control and try to get this ball down to my flipper. And then miss, you know, as you do. Alright, don't listen to what I just said. You wanted the jackpot. I should have taken the jackpot. Ah, son of a gun. Oh, we got pretty high bonus out of that. 400,000 on top. And the landing lights you get stay on for the remainder of the game. So when I get back to multi-ball here, I'll only need to do that 1 more time. And multi-ball only gets slightly harder. We'll talk about how when it gets there. You can still do hot streaks, still get multipliers, still complete Tomcats. Everything is still the same. I have 4 out of 6 lights for Tomcat, so lob it up. And get control again, lob it up. When you're on 5 out of 6, I'm not on 5 out of 6, sorry. When you're on 5 out of 6, you can take the shot into the launch lane instead. Complete it. Pretty much the whole game. There isn't any particular thing to make the game harder as it goes forward, and the locks never get more difficult to complete. Tomcat letters will still be available in the same way they have been. So I want to get a jackpot for you, so I'm going to go back into multi-ball, but one other thing to focus on is these kill lights. If you shoot an in lane, you can then shoot the center targets to advance kill. 7 kills will light extra balls. Get there, maybe. Oh, there's a kill. And that kill sent me right into the kickback lane, so not what I wanted to have happen. Lost the kickback. Regaining the kickback is important in a game like this. You can lose the ball from trying to regain the kickback, but think of a kickback as an extra ball, and think about how wide that gap is on the left side. I talk to players who debate whether or not to go for these kickbacks, and I find that it is valuable to go for these kickbacks. But everybody's decision is different on that, and that's okay. It's good. I mean, I like that there's a risk-reward choice there. You can also get kills from that Yagov lane, and again, getting across to the 7th kill, the golf kill, will add extra ball on the Yagov. Lock 2 is lit. So stick it. And one of the other choice here would be to just continue to take Tomcat letters off, light the 2nd and 3rd locks in the same go, and then not have to worry about relocking again. But I find that the launch shot is not difficult, and so getting back in there is not a difficult thing to do. And there's the 3rd lock already lit. Oh dear Lord, that was a terrible play. There we go. It was terrible because I shot it right up the middle into that center bank. Okay, for the second multi-ball, you don't light the multi-ball right away. You have to complete Tomcat one more time to light the release on the right launch shot. So there is a 4th completion. Oh! Tomcat required. And a very justifiable tilt there. Okay, I need 2 letters in Tomcat. Lob it up. I lob it up and hit him. That was a perfect lob up. Hit him! Hit him! Hit him, M! Boom. Okay, and there, unlike what's happening the rest of the time, you don't just get that for free. Multi-ball it again. Oh, it's so good. Nice hard post transfer. You just kind of learn the adjustment of how hard or soft the post transfer is the more you play a game. Oh boy. Gotta stop missing. There we go. One more launch will give me the multi-ball jackpots.
Here they come.
And on a normal F-14 on location, you're going to find that this jackpot increases over time. On this F-14, it does not. There's the jackpot. Let's see what we can do with this. Yeah, that ball was, those balls were kind of out of control, so there wasn't really much I was going to do there. Hit go, let's go. And there what you saw is another tactic for handling the kick out to the upper playfield. I like there, which is to just let it go. When the ball kicks around that back, you can let the ball just go straight through and try to catch it or trap it on your left or right flipper. It won't always work. You have to know your game. So try it, see where it's going, or ideally watch someone else mess it up, and then you can go from there. There's another option besides the usual post transfer. Oh, you die. Let's go for kills. Now we've done enough here. Alright, so kills are achieved by shooting the shot, the death shot, the rip-off shot on the left side. Boom! Yes! They can also be achieved by inline. Alright. That's too bad. Up and over on the inlane on an alley pass is always dangerous, but that ended up killing me off here, unfortunately. So, hopefully you got a chance to really get a flavor for the game, and especially I think that backhand up to the top flipper is something that I don't see a lot of players doing, and unfortunately for me, it probably means that I'm now making everybody else better at this game. But I guess is sometimes what happens with these videos. Atticus and Jeff Palmer, thank you so much for supporting the Pinball Patreon. More information, go to patreon.com/pinball to get a feel for how we make these videos and what your support does for us. And appreciate you watching, and thanks. Take care.